June 22nd, 2017. This is my second try. I've tried to already go live and YouTube gave out on me. Who knows if it'll happen again, but hey, this is what happens when you're on location. Lake George, let me tell you folks, is one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. And to be here so early on, in the early stages of the summer, is incredibly exciting for me. The town is still, for the most part, quiet. You know, it's not jam-packed. The weather is beautiful. I mean, we have clouds. We have decent amount of cloud coverage in the sky, but you know, it's still breezy. The humidity is not all that bad. I mean, I am by the lake, so that is one reason why it's cooler. But the sun is out, and we have someone from Scotland, Mystic Pizza 02. Hello. Hello, Scotland. That's a first. That's a first. All right, and my connection looks like it's better. Does it look good to you guys? Does it sound good to you guys? Because there's so much I want to show you today. Especially if you've never been to Lake George. Nancy is on her lunch break and she's decided to join the Candle Enthusiast Live. Hey, I didn't promote this live, guys. So if you're saying, hey, I didn't get a heads up, Shane. This was going to be a surprise because I just didn't know when I was going to be here. And I really didn't know what the weather was going to be like. So I didn't want to schedule something and then, you know, have to cancel it or modify the time. But here it is, the majestic Lake George. And if you saw my back episode, my Fort William Henry ghost tour video, it's a silly little video I did past midnight one night when I was here in the winter. Fort William Henry is actually just right down there. Okay, yes, I had to start a new live, Country at Heart. I apologize. For whatever reason, my phone was saying I had a bad signal, but I have like the best possible signal right now. So if I get blurry, let me know. So the headline of this video reads, what does it say? It says live. We are live. New Jersey. Jay from New Jersey's hanging out in Lake George right now. So the headline said, second day of summer, a lazy, hazy day of summer, which it is, a little bit of haze in the air. Everyone's in that relaxation mode, definitely in summer mode. And the headline also said some awesome Yankee candles. Now that's what do I mean by that? Well, I visited several different Yankee Candle outlets and retail establishments while I was on the road the past couple of days, and I found some pretty cool things. So a little bit later on, after I show you around, we'll look at some of those candles. So don't say, what are you doing? You're in Lake George and you're supposed to be doing candles. I'm gonna do candles, but it's gonna take me a little bit of time. And we just missed it. There was a plane here. Okay, we got Peter from New Jersey. How we doing? We got a lot of New Jersey representation going on. Do you see the parasailers? I'd zoom in if I could, but have you guys ever done this? I would love to do it. You know, since I was a child, it really was a dream of mine to fly, kind of like Superman or David Copperfield. But I don't know. I don't know if I would have the guts to do that. Being in the open water gives me the creeps a little bit. When I was probably a young teenager, my family and we rented a boat and we took the boat out into the lake here, and the water was so choppy that day and I was freaking out. Everyone else was having a great time, but I was freaking out. And that's how I discovered that I don't really like being in the open water. Although I am possibly planning a cruise vacation that I would like to take you guys on shortly. So that I'm gonna have to suck it up for that and do my best. All right. So let's move around a bit so we can see everything that's going on. Now, if you've never been to Lake George, we have, and the camera's a little wobbly, I'm sorry, it's the tripod. Down here is the beach area. So right now there's a lot of people kind of sunbathing in the sand, picnicking, and enjoying the summer. Lots of puppies, lots of dogs, a lot of people on bikes. I know I'm sounding over enthusiastic about all this, but you have to understand how much I love this place. And like I said, we have Fort William Henry down here, the boardwalk, which is going to offer tons of treats, goodies, everything you want to snack on the warm summer days. And then up there on Canada Street, which is really like the main street here in Lake George, that's where they have all of the attractions, the gift shops, the restaurants, so much to do in this town. And man, I'm telling you, if you've never been to Lake George, you just have to come here. It's almost like when you're here on vacation. It's like, how do I want to say this? It's like, it feels like what it would be like to vacation a couple decades ago. Everything is a little bit, all the attractions like this mini golf course have that retro style. Very nostalgic is what I'm trying to say. Let's move around. All right. So right here, we have the Adirondack Mountains. That's, it's so gorgeous. I had a room a little while ago, a hotel room just right up there. And to watch the sun come up over those mountains was insane. So I'm on a jaggy terrain here. So let me be very careful not to go killing myself. All right, we got seven people watching, which is fantastic for me. But especially without announcing a live video. All right, so first things first, I figure what we'll do is, do you want to see a mini golf course? It's called Around the World. It's one of those super cool, untouched attractions, amusements, something that you would have probably seen built probably in the late 60s, early 70s. These folks like me here. I asked them if they wouldn't mind if I took a stroll around the park. Oh yeah, this Lake George is very much a resort area. It's very much a summer town as well. They have a lot of winter activities, but let me tell you, if you come here on like 4th of July and you try walking or driving down these streets, it's a nightmare. That's how many people come to this location, or come to Lake George. God, multitasking is not where I excel. So if I look a little scatterbrained, go with me here. All right, look at this. Wait till you guys see this. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So here's the mini golf course. We're gonna go inside and check out some of these. I love these things. What are they made out of? But this isn't your like up-to-date kind of mini golf course. This is the ones that have like the Michelin Man. They have like the classic windmills. I see a Stein right here. Look at this Stein. All right, here we go. Look at this. And Around the World, Lake George, New York. Showing a little bit of age, but I find that charming. I find that very charming. I hope they keep it that way. That's the way I like to see it. And look at that. Very cool. So I'm quickly starting to see the theme here. Yes, I know I've chosen a mini golf course to take you guys on a tour of Lake George, but this is the kind of stuff I love. So I'm seeing a theme. We're traveling the world while mini golfing. We see parts of Germany, we see parts of Russia. I have no idea what this ship is from. And the Michelin Man, who looks like Paul Bunyan, I don't see the blue ox. Oh, this is gorgeous. You know, it's not every day that you still see one of these Michelin Mans, and yet Lake George has two of them. Viking ship, is that what that was? Okay, that's awesome, thank you. Do you ever see the movie The Vikings? Kirk Douglas? Tony Curtis? Wow, it's so quiet. I'm telling you. Like I said, if you guys just knew how rare this is to be here in the summer and to actually see it this quiet. We got the fountains. Of course, Germany are so boring without any figures. Yeah, you know, I had a close friend whose parents, I love this, they're entrepreneurs. They opened up a mini golf course. And I told them they should do kind of like a spooky Halloween, but still very child-friendly mini golf course. And they loved the idea, but then you're excluding a lot of people who don't like the motif or the theme of the mini golf course. So having a themed mini golf course can present issues, but not in Lake George. We got Pirates Cove, we got Goonie Golf. Has nothing to do with the film The Goonies. This I just have to see. I don't know what it is, where it's supposed to have come from, but it just reminds me of Disneyland. Does anybody know what this is supposed to be? It's like a reflective, mosaic sculpture structure in the form of like the top tier of a castle. Yes, I think I picked a great time to come to Lake George. Mini golf is huge in North Carolina. Is it? Really? Well, that's cool. Anywhere where mini golf is popular is a place I'd like to be. We got a little bit of, I don't know, what is this? Is this like Norway? I don't know. I'm so bad at picking out the countries. We have the pyramids of ancient Egypt. And we have this man who looks an awful lot like Ricky Ricardo, Desi Arnaz. He's just kind of standing there on, yeah, we got Ricky Ricardo just standing there on a surfboard, apparently. And a sign that says, "Do not climb, I will not." We got the Golden Gate Bridge in the back. Very cool. Very cool. Horses, I see lobsters. I see like a 3 times life-size Native American, which is very appropriate because if you look very closely, right there, that is Fort William Henry. If you've ever read or seen any of the many adaptations of The Last of the Mohicans, right there. Siege took place there. Hundreds, if not thousands, of people lost their lives. It's now been refurbished, rebuilt. It's a living museum. Great place to take the children, especially if they're into history. And I loved it when I was a kid. And apparently during the summer, they do ghost tours. Apparently the place is haunted. I mean, I guess if, you know, there's going to be a place that's haunted, it would be a place that has seen such atrocities. I can never remember that word. All right. So there's more to see. We're going to enter the great wide open. We're going to head closer and closer to the car. I'm trying to read these comments. That's why I look like a dummy looking into the screen. Should probably take my sunglasses off. But my car's right here. Break out some of those Yankee Candles. Let me tell you, I found some really, really nice finds the past couple days. Some of them I will have to certainly keep a secret. Oh, I'm on the wrong side here. Because I have to make full videos on some of the ones that I found. They're incredible. One of them actually had me speechless. And there was only one where I found it. We got 9 people watching. And I don't see any comments. Come on, guys, just say hello. Get some comments, hit that like button. No? That's okay, it's all good. All right, look at it. I feel like I should have this camera doing a face forward because everything I'm looking at is quite amazing. All right, Nancy, she loved my ghost tour video. Yeah, that was a weird one for me, right? Because there was absolutely no candles involved. For me, that was a trial run because I wanted to see if you guys would be upset if I ever filmed a video that did not have a candle in it. And you guys seemed to be perfectly fine, which was great. And then I tested it out a couple more times, produced videos that had no candles in it, but addressed aroma in general. And I was so excited about this. And this is something I see being the future of this channel. Of course, I'll always, every week, be doing my candle reviews, my kind of a little bit more cinematic feature videos or featurette videos. I got my mom. My mom is watching. My mom and dad, they're watching. But like I was saying, I want to do these videos that really are more about experiencing aroma through the world around us. That's why I created a new show. Just going to be a different playlist. It's called Aromatic Adventures with the Candle Enthusiast. So you could simply just watch my reviews if that's what you're into. But if you're into seeing me travel and explore, going to dining establishments, looking into the world of wine, world of fragrance, perfumes, being out in nature, and if you just have a passion for aroma, that's what that show is going to be, Aromatic Adventures. So I'm very excited to announce this new show that I will be doing. And these live videos, I haven't put an opening title card on yet, but I'm going to call it Aromatically Speaking. What do you guys think about that? You like that? I think that sounds good. Kind of sounds like a PBS show, but I like it. And I'm trying to make it look like I didn't lose my car. I didn't lose it. It's right here. And I have to get back to it because I got the candles in the car. And it's not hot. It's not blazing hot. But I don't like the idea of having my candles in the car. You can see I'm sweating. I got a little bit of a sweat going on. Great storyteller, says Nancy. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really put a lot of effort into the videos that I edit. That's why it was a little hard for me to adjust to these live videos because I felt like it was too easy. Vanessa, how you doing? I felt like it was a little too easy. You know, I go live, hang out with you guys for, hang out with you guys for about an hour, and then I'm done. There's no editing. I don't even have to make a thumbnail art for the video. So I'm still getting adjusted to it. So let's get in this car, get these candles, and we'll do some show and tell. How's that sound? Man, these tourists must think they must think I'm an absolute lunatic. I'm talking to myself pretty loud. You guys can't see them really, but they're always right in front of right behind the camera here. They're always looking at me. They're always very friendly, though. All right. Got the candles. Gotta find a nice little quiet space. Now, there is every possibility that a groundskeeper, a landscaper, might kick me out in this moment, but it's so beautiful. This is a perfect place to do a candle review. I'm gonna put down my mat. All right. Sit on that. I don't want any grass stains today. No. Okay. All right. All right, how you guys? How's that look? Let's see if we can get a nice shot. This takes a little bit of time and effort. I appreciate you guys, your guys' patience. You guys never criticize me, though. You're the greatest. Is it going to be hot in Chicago? The Windy City, really? Yeah. I think it's just about hot everywhere. My brother, if you guys don't know, he's a Disney vlogger. And I'm not saying this because he's my brother. He's, like, producing the most amazing Disney vlogs I've ever seen. He's a filmmaker. I mean, he makes feature films. So he knows what he's doing. But he was in Disneyland the other day doing a live. And, man, he was such a trooper because it just looks so hot. I wish there was better sunlight on my face. 95 in Munich. Wow. So I really should stop complaining, is what you're saying. Because it's like, I'm not kidding. When I first came out, it was like 76 degrees. But with the humidity, you get the sweat action. So before we break out the candles, I do want to make an official statement about Santa Claus. If you saw my See America videos recently, I think it was at the end of part 2, I showed a couple outtakes or just a couple snippet moments. I like to throw them in there every now and then. And what you would have seen is me take this Santa Claus. I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk about you like you're an object, but I threw him. I chucked him because I wanted him out of the shot. And I'm not kidding. If you look through the comments, how many people actually got upset that I threw Santa Claus? I'm not kidding. Like, they actually had an emotional impact on them. My father watched the video and he said, "Why'd you throw Santa? Why'd you throw Santa like that?" And I want to apologize to Santa. I want to go on the record and say that I'm sorry. I will not be treating him like that anymore. Let's get into these candles. All right, how's that view? I don't have the greatest amount of light on me in the world. There you go. I have a car reflector underneath me to throw back that sun in my face. So what are some of the things I found? Lunch is over. Sad face, have to go, bye-bye Nancy. Got some Yankee Candle matches. I'm old school, I'm a traditional like this. I like using the extra long matches to light my candles. People always ask me if I have a special lighter. I think that's cool. I like using matches, and I know they're stinky, but that's just the way it is. Candy corn, right? Now, candy corn was not released, we know this, through Yankee Candle in retail last year, but they did release these sphere jars, fragrance spheres, and I like to throw these in my car, so I got a couple of those. I know a lot of people don't like candy corn, but for me, it's like it's a tradition. It's a part of Halloween. You saw that at your store today? Did you get one? Oh, I can't show you this one. No. I'm sorry, guys. That's a big secret. You're gonna love it when you see that. You're gonna see it soon. But man, let me tell you, I really outdid myself. I was so happy with my discoveries. So here's one. Nothing outrageously crazy, but frankincense. I never had this one. I'm always using it as a descriptor, and I never really spent too much time smelling it. And now that I have it here, it's not just straight up frankincense. There's other baking spices. Cool, thank you. But there's a lot of other things going on here, not just frankincense. And frankincense and myrrh and incense, it's a big topic for me. I really want to learn a little bit more about the variants of these resins. Because this smells, I know a lot of people wouldn't be able to stand this, but I am intrigued by something like this. So frankincense, never had it, never ever had it, always wanted it, so I bought it. What else do we have? I'm telling you, hang in there, there's some great stuff. All right, we have a European release. And I bought this in a large house warmer and a mini, this mini candle. This is tobacco flower. This is going to be the European UK release. I don't know if they would ever, here in the US, release, Yankee Candle at least, a candle with tobacco in the title. That's just my guess. But what immediately, because this is the first time I was smelling it, what immediately drew my attention to this was, just try to get better sun. Can you guys see me? Okay. What immediately drew my attention to this was how the intensity of the candle was so faint. And that's not a bad thing. I think if you guys know me, how much I appreciate lower intensity candles. Because sometimes I think fragrance can really speak and have a bigger impact when it hits you on a subconscious level, rather than it just, hitting you in the face and you're like, whoa, that's a big smell. There was a guy in Macy's in New York City at Christmas time. He used the phrase, he was selling, I forget what candles he was selling, but he said, it has a smooth linger. And I'm like, wow, that's a cool little phrase. I said, I'm totally gonna steal that, smooth linger. And that's what I like about those lower intensity candles. And I had to, if you've seen my Mary Tyler Moore episode, and if you haven't, really check it out. I'll put a link in the description. It's not a happy, jovial kind of video, but I did a little tribute, my own personal little tribute to Mary Tyler Moore. And I actually visited Mary's final resting place in Connecticut. Beautiful, beautiful scenic location for her. And I brought her this candle and I left it there. And I kind of spent some time there with this candle, smelling it, thinking over the many memories that I have of Mary Tyler Moore over the years. And that smell, every time I smell that candle now, I'm telling you, for the rest of my life, I'll think about that day that I spent that time with Mary. All right, we have another summer European release. This is what I love, European releases. It's kind of popular topic right now, at least from what I'm seeing. And Joff, I hope that's the way you pronounce your name, is always giving me so much great information on what's going on in with the European fragrances. I should be doing my homework. He shouldn't be the one telling me, but this is Coastal Living. Very big this year. The seaside, sea breeze, oceanic, nautical. And I'm telling you right now, if you've had a chance to smell this Sea America collection, the Everglades, I'm not kidding, folks. I really think that this is, if not exactly the same, very, very similar. You do get a lot of that chlorophyll, green grass, weeds, a little bit of that floral, like dandelion thing happening, and it's brightened up with some unexpected fruitiness. Well, I guess lime is expected, but it smells like banana. It has this banana peel smell. Very light throw. Someone is commenting. I missed who it was. But maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. I mean, for me. I mean, this is completely subjective because a fragrance like this might, this could bother my sinuses a little bit. So sometimes I buy candles like this just so I can pick them off the shelf and smell them, but I don't necessarily burn them. But I heard that the Everglades candle was a massive thrower. So maybe it's not the same candle. But from my memory, if I had that candle right now, I'd be able to confirm it for you. All right, what else do I have to show you? You want to see something? Let me do this. Here's some interesting news. You guys, you like inside scoop and spoiler alerts and all that stuff? If you don't like spoilers, turn away now. I found a forbidden apple tart. What's so special about that? Forbidden apple came out last year. There's nothing special about that, right? No. If you take a close look, can you see that? I'm getting bad sun. Let me move the camera right. Oh, look at that. Nicely done. Still probably a little bit out of focus for you guys, but that is indeed the new label design for 2017, the Halloween collection. I don't think the European releases will have the new shaped logo and the new font. My guess, but my guess is this. As far as the house warmer jars are concerned, we're going to see the Forbidden Apple, and we're going to see Witch's Brew in this label design. Candy corn. I think we have enough kind of confirmation that candy corn will be officially retired. It may come back. They may bring it back, of course, as a treasure or something. And if I'm not mistaken, it has been. There has been years where they've taken it away and then brought it back. Kilimanjaro Stars. I definitely, I want to give this one a shot. Which one is this a repackage of? It's a repackage of a U.S. Candle. See if we have any good trivia, Yankee Candle trivia folks out there. I'm pretty sure, is it Midsummer Night that this is supposed to be it's a kind of a repackage for the UK. I could be completely wrong about that, but that's why I bought it. I'm going to do a video comparing Stormwatch to Summer Storm. And I'm going to do like a side-by-side boxing match kind of video. But then I found this one, and this is a home classic Yankee Candle that was called, it's called Summer Thunderstorm. And I'm like, oh wow, if I'm doing a video on thunderstorms, I got to include this one. And I'm purposely not smelling it because I really do like to go into those reviews, those evaluations blind. Saltwater Taffy. This is a lot of people's favorites. Kevin's favorite, I believe, one of his favorites, or top 5 or something like that. And I never had it. And whenever I hear someone talk about it, I'm like, why do I not have that? They didn't have a jar. So I'm going to do a little technique that I call the aroma prison. The aroma prison. I did a whole video on the aroma prison. If you haven't seen that, check that out, because I do this procedure all of the time with tarts and votives. It's something that I created for myself a while back to be able to evaluate wax, not cold, but when it's in the melted or volatilized state. Again, European, brand new for summer, Sea Air. Sea Air. Yeah, any experience? Any of you guys have any experience with this one? I'm going to give it a quick sniff. Remember, I'm going to be reviewing all of these. Now, I won't get into in-depth notes here, but this is very beautiful, beautiful. But your typical fabric softener, laundry room fragrance here. Big time florals, big citrus zest, really salty, very bright. But man, let me tell you, if you have troubles with floral aromatics, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Sometimes my fabric softeners, I gotta put them in Ziploc bags because the smell is so intense. I don't know. It's actually maybe not as powerful as I initially remembered. But sea air, we're gonna be talking, I'm gonna do a whole video on the European. Okay, so I like coastal more, so I did not buy it. Too similar to cotton. Ah, all right. That's great to know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I brought some Dreamy Summer Night Tart on your recommendation. And what do you think? I'm wondering, if I disappear, forgive me, but my battery can't be dying already. I had a full charge. But I'm getting a little worried because my screen is dimming. What you guys can't see, again, tourists walking around. And I'm just realizing I got Yankee Candle bags and I have a Santa Claus. I have Santa Claus sitting right next to me. I don't know, man. You guys probably are saying, how do you do this and not get embarrassed? I get embarrassed, trust me. This is not an easy thing for me to do. I got 17 viewers on a non-scheduled live video. Thank you for joining. 18, 19. Let's hit that thumbs up button while you're here, guys. That really helps me out. I got more candles. Hit that like button. I'll show you more candles. I got candles for days. Candles for days. Now, some of these are secrets. I told you. But you know what? This one's for me. I love sharing, buying candles to share with you guys. I like saving up my money, buying candles that you want to see, but this one's for me. I reviewed this back 2 days before Halloween last year, but I never bought it, and I loved it, and I wanted to buy it ever since. I treated myself. Can anyone guess what it is from seeing the back? It's going to be a part of the Cookie Swap collection from 2016 called Crunchy Pistachio Vanilla. I'm sorry, one of my favorite snacks, treats, nuts. Is it a nut? I don't know if it's a nut. Pistachio is always been one of my favorite. And this has like a distinct pistachio extract, but you smell like the crusty, crumbly cookie, that Christmas cookie. It's not just about the pistachio. Of course it's loaded with vanilla. But man, I out of that whole collection, I was anticipating this one the most. And out of that whole collection, this was my favorite. Although they were all amazing. The Magic Cookie Bar was mind-blowing. So Crunchy Pistachio Vanilla. Yeah. Okay, so we're familiar with that one, right? And then this, I had to get this. Because we don't know yet. We don't know. Unless someone can confirm it, we don't know if Yankee Candle is going to release Black Magic for Halloween this season. And you folks in the UK, or international, abroad, I should say, I've heard, you guys, how upset you are that you can't get your hands on this candle. And it breaks my heart because I love this one so much. This was originally released in 2015 in a tumbler. And then last year they re-released it in the housewarmer jar with a brand new label, not just the shape, but the actual image on it as well. I don't know if we can get a good visual on that, but you get that beautiful high contrast saturated photo with the green sky and the bats. I mean, when I smell this, I think about like a Gothic castle, Elvira, cobwebs, incense, pipe smoke, a nice softness like white blossom florals. It totally smells like Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. We know Elvira, right? If she were to have her own customized candle, I would say, hey, look, Elvira, you gotta check this one out. This one's totally you. because it just, you know, it has that dark, fun, spooky sensibility. At least that's the way I find it. But we don't know if Yankee Candle is going to release it again. And I forgot to say this. Last year, 2016, this one was slightly different than the 2015. And I really, you're going to have to take my opinion on that. But from my honest to goodness true opinion, this was a little bit more friendly to the masses than the original 2015. Original 2015 was a little bit more smoky, a little bit more strong, perhaps a little bit more masculine, if you want to use that word. And I think they made it more friendly to the masses, a little bit more. I think more people would enjoy this. But for the most part, it's the same concept. So being that I don't know the future of this candle, I just had to get an extra one. I'm not kidding. I have two already, but I just figured, you know, why not? Plus my dad wants one, and I might end up just giving it to him. That'd make his day. Black magic. What do you guys think of black magic? I'm not seeing comments. It's worrying me. Are you guys just enjoying yourselves? I mean, there's 17 people here. Large tobacco flower. Won't waste any more time on that. That was actually kind of an accident. I had forgotten that I bought the little jar. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, Country at Heart is cooking. Go ahead, cook away. Cook away. I'll keep talking. So check this out. No label. No label. And, you know, for me, coming from the wine industry, and, you know, I'm used to doing blind tastings. And when you do blind tastings of wine, you're using your nose more than your palate, your taste buds. It's really more about your sense of smell when you're trying to guess which wine you have in the glass. So to me, I always find this to be a challenge. And I couldn't put my hands on it. I knew I didn't smell it. It kind of smelled like frankincense a little bit, and it's the kind of similar color to frankincense. But I was told that this is the European, again, brand new for this summer, the Vibrant Saffron. And I'm like, yes, that is the one I really wanted to find. I want to review this one so much with all of the other European releases. I keep saying European. Is that the correct way to say it, European releases? But yeah, there's a lot going on here. Saffron, we'll talk about saffron. You know, a lot of people, especially here in the U.S., I don't know how many people are familiar with the smell of saffron. You haven't heard of it. It's coming. It's, oh, you know what? It might be a fall. It might be a fall fragrance. Maybe that's why you haven't heard of it. I'm thinking this was summer. This wouldn't be summer. You're right. What am I thinking? This would be a fall. That's probably a fall candle scent. That's why you haven't heard of it yet. But there's a lot of exotic spices, baking spices. And I told you, I was getting like frankincense, like weird. But I want to talk about, when I do a video on this and the others, I want to talk about saffron for a little bit. Because like I said, I don't know how many people are familiar, unless you're in the kitchen, you're a cook and you spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I don't know how many people are familiar with the scent of saffron, based especially because of the price. And this is exciting. Again, European. Yeah, it's a really, really lovely candle. You know, it's got like a classic New England, very warm, cozy smell to it, but a little bit exotic, which puts a spin on it. And when I say exotic, it's just not, it's got, you know, aromas, spices, and fragrances in it that is a little bit of a departure of the home country kitchen of New England. So it's like New England with a spin, that saffron candle. Now, another non-US, look at that label, look at that label. This is a mulberry and fig delight. So a fall candle for overseas, the UK, Europe this year, but in the US, what did we have? We had sweet fig and pomegranate. So the question becomes, is this candle the same fragrance? Just a different label, different name, different color wax. And I don't have the sweet fig. I don't carry my candles around with me, obviously. I don't have the sweet fig and pomegranate, but my impressions are, yes, it is very similar. Yeah, I mean, this is lovely. I mean, it's very similar to the sweet fig and pomegranate, but I don't know if it's the house warmer jar. I don't know if it's slightly different, but it's got massive power, smelling and cold. But I do get, because what was funny about the sweet fig and pomegranate, I didn't really get a whole lot of pomegranate. I was getting more of like black fruit and blue fruit, and this kind of confirms it because this smells very similar, and it's showing me pictures of mulberry, of course, but blackberries and raspberries, blueberries, and of course the fig. And I think this picture is a much better representation of this sweet fig and pomegranate in the US. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, if you're into the fruit candles, if you love fig, oh man, this is a good one for you. I mean, it's not like bombastically fig, but if you're into the fruit softened up with nice sweet vanillas and cocoa butter aromas, yeah, and that color of the wax, I totally echo that statement. Beautiful, beautiful contrast to what the fragrance is, right? If this was like that magenta color of that fig, I don't think it would have the same appeal. Yeah, but you definitely get that dark fruit fig note, super sweet fig, but brightened up with a lot of those berries, very tart berries, blackberries, boysenberries, huckleberries, raspberries, I mean, you name it. And of course, a little bit of pomegranate, even I would say maybe a little less pomegranate, more cranberry. And I'm loving the intensity here. I'm loving the intensity. So that's what I found. Now, I found a bunch more, but like I said, I'm going to keep them a secret for a bit. And I'm going to do a giveaway. I found, it's not going to be a tremendously, it's not going to be a big jar, but I bought 20 very, very special votives. Trust me when I say it's special, they're very special. I bought 20. So I'm going to do a little giveaway in the very near future after I review it and create a video for it. And I'm going to do maybe a photo contest. I haven't decided. I'm going to do some kind of contest where I'm going to ship wherever you are in the world. I'll ship you the votive so you can enjoy it. Trust me when I say it's a fragrance I don't think anyone currently has. Let's put it that way. Very, very special. And I will be doing that soon, so keep an eye open for that because you're going to want to participate on this giveaway. It's going to be my first giveaway. I'm excited about that. All right, let me get these candles out of the sun. And we're getting close. We're getting close now to that hour mark. So this is a good time for question and answers, recommendations. And always remember, if you have a comment and I miss it, or if you have a comment and even if I address it, make sure you put it in the comments below when this video is officially uploaded, because my memory is not the greatest, especially when I'm doing these live videos. Multitasking. It doesn't look like I'm multitasking, but to me it's a little disorienting. So make sure you put those questions and recommendations in the comments below. Have I done a full candle collection? Excellent question, Natalie. Hello from Kansas. We got honeysuckle holler? I can't read it. It's so bright. All right, so my candle collection. The problem is that I have candles in storage, I have candles in my current home base, I have candles on the west coast of the United States. They're not all in one place. I'm trying to work on this. I'm trying to get everything back in one area. It's kind of large. So what I will have to do as far as producing a video of my full collection, and it's not just Yankee Candles, it's all my candles. I'm gonna have to do it in pieces and then kind of stitch it all together, because like I said, they're not all in the same place. But you're gonna have to give me a little bit of time for that one. But I will be putting that together. You might be hearing a tractor in the background. I apologize for that. Look at this. Can you see? I don't know if this is a golf course. I think it's a golf course. We got a family picnicking back there. Good old-fashioned family fun. Maybe do a video of your favorite autumn candles to burn. Do it for each season. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I kind of jumped into this channel last season, right at the beginning of the holiday season. So I just was so not prepared. Hello, someone just said hello. I was not prepared to plan ahead. I was shooting, or I should say filming. I was filming and posting. Yeah, the fall candle. Everyone loves the fall candles. That's what it all comes down to, right? That's when the holiday season begins. So last year, just wasn't prepared. So this year, I'm planning ahead. I already know, and I'm scheduling all of my trips, all of my destinations, where I'm gonna be for not only Halloween, but I'm gonna try to focus on Thanksgiving more this year. I kind of skipped Thanksgiving because I was so busy producing Christmas content. Oh, thank you. Jen says, I loved your Halloween spoiler alert video. Yes, I was debating whether or not to do that one. I wasn't sure. I called Yankee Candle Corporate. I'm not kidding. I called them, and I wanted to get their blessing before doing that video. And I desperately tried to get somebody from marketing to talk to me for a little bit, just to tell them, look, if you don't want me to do this, I'd be glad to skip it. But after a while, I felt like a lot more had been leaking throughout the internet, and I wanted to do the video before everybody saw the pictures. So if you're watching, Sean from Hearth and Soul, I have to give Sean a huge shout out for, we talk about, whenever we seem to chat, we're always talking about Halloween. It seems to be our favorite holiday. And he really did give me a lot of tips. He pointed me in the right direction with a lot of stuff that I showed on that video. And if you see my videos, they're cut very tightly. And I kind of felt bad. I felt bad that I recorded a nice shout out for Sean to thank him. But, my videos, they're cut tight, and I have to keep them in a bracket of time without going over. So Sean, if you're watching, thank you so much. He's a historian of a Yankee Candle and everything to do about candles. If you ever have a question about Yankee Candle, email Sean. He's on a little hiatus right now, so I would, let him enjoy his summer. But when he comes back for the fall, make sure you hit him up with all those questions. All right, I'm gonna say something. Sunday is a big day for my sister-in-law, and it's like the sister-in-law part. I almost want to drop that. My sister-in-law Monica, she really is like a sister to me. She's one of my greatest friends. It's kind of scary how similar we are. We bicker like pre-teens all of the time. We're always fighting. We both love to cook. We both are fascinated with candles and aromas. And it's her birthday on Sunday. So a big, huge, loving shout out to Monica Carlson, my sister-in-law. And if you guys want to do me a huge favor, go share some love with her after the video. Her Instagram account is Monica with a K, underscore Carlson, Carlson. Just wish her a happy birthday. It would really make her happy. She finally started an Instagram account. I was telling her for days and days, you gotta do it. You're such a great photographer, and she's not sharing these pictures with the world. So go say hi to her, send her some good vibes, well wishes, and if you're watching, Monica, love you, and happy birthday. I'll give you a call. We'll chit chat. Getting close. We got 4.5 minutes. Come on. Somebody, wild question. Doesn't even have to be candle related. Santa wants to hear a really good question from somebody. And while I'm waiting, but if you're busy, don't worry about it. If you're busy and you're doing stuff, like someone's cooking. I remember someone said there was cooking. What do I want for Christmas? You know what? That's a great question. Whew. You know what? I really did just buy a lot of toys for myself. And when I say toys, I mean things that are going to help me out with this channel. That's why I decided to kick it up a notch. That's why I'm posting more frequently now. I bought a bunch of nerdy video production equipment, including a new computer, which I just had to do. I'm editing on a brand new software now, which makes it so much easier to pump out these videos. So I'm good. But I always say, if you want to send me a holiday gift, if Santa wants to come down that chimney and give me a gift, I want a unicorn popsicle. You know what I'm talking about? One of those wooden sticks with the spiral lollipop. I've wanted one since I was 4 years old when I first saw one. And I always ask my mom, and she feels bad about it now, but I'm like, Mom, it's too late. It's just too late. I'd really like to get my hands on one of those, and I truly have never had one. Santa Claus. Okay, you can get those suckers at the Dollar Tree. Haha. But do I want to get them at the Dollar Tree? I feel like I'm going to get one. I want to get one like Disneyland or Disney World, one that's got Donald Duck on it or something. I don't know. It'd probably taste exactly the same, but so a question for you guys, and leave this in the comments below. This is going to be kind of the question of the day. Santa Claus. Coffee. Well, if I create a coffee flavor, if you could create a coffee flavor, what would it be? If I could create a coffee flavor, that's an interesting question, because I'm traditionalist when it comes to I put nothing in my coffee. I don't know. Let me think about that one. Maybe I'll post that in the comments below. But for you guys in the comments below, Santa is saying, look, Shane, every time you travel, you leave me in the hotel room, you leave me in the car. I left him in the car when I went to Santa's Village in New Hampshire. I mean, how upsetting is that? He was very hurt. He was very hurt by that. But he's been asking something from me. He wants a gift. He wants a buddy. And I was thinking, you know what, maybe we'd adopt or find a Halloween-themed friend for Santa Claus. So he has someone to hang out with when he has to be by himself. So what do you guys think about that? I know that's a silly question, but I think I'm going to do it. Jack Skellington, that would be a great idea. I got a Jack Skellington at home. But Halloween or Christmas? It's going to be a Halloween character. In fact, I guess I'll tell you right now, I'm making it. I'm sculpting it. Long time ago, I was into the special effects makeup stuff. It's kind of what I did when I was in early college and high school. And I sculpted this really great face that was supposed to be like an evil clown, like a fun evil clown. But it kind of turned into this adorable little creature. So I am going to see if we can bring this Halloween figure to life. Oh, which holiday do I prefer? I see. Christmas. Christmas is going to certainly be my favorite holiday, but there's no comparison, because here's the thing. Halloween, you celebrate Halloween, most people celebrate it one day out of the year, where Christmas really is a true celebration for most people, not everybody, of course, but is a celebration of the month of December. And it's, as you know, it leaks into November and October as well. So it's a completely different thing in my mind. But Halloween is very, very, very special to me. It was, ever since I was a kid, my brothers and I, we always did Halloween right. And I don't know how you guys feel, but like, I just feel like in modern day Halloween, this might be a little bit of a rant. I've never ranted before, but modern day, I'm getting really tired of seeing the bloody, disgusting, disturbing images. I have no problem with seeing that stuff. I love horror films. But Halloween is for children. I don't like seeing... That's not what Halloween's about. Halloween's about fun, ghosting, goblins, and ghoulies. It's a children's holiday to me, and I just don't feel like in modern day we're celebrating Halloween right. And that's why I kind of cling to Yankee Candle when it comes to Halloween, because I always felt like they had the right direction. They know how to celebrate Halloween right. They're not doing anything too spooky. Now, look, I love, like I said, horror movies and stuff like that, but Halloween, it's a children's holiday. Keep it spooky, keep it fun, keep it G-rated, family fun. And we are now over that hour mark. We have 19 people watching. In Germany, Halloween is not a big deal. Change that. That's something I really want to explore for this channel in the future too. I want to explore holidays that I'm not familiar with, or ones that I don't typically celebrate, international holidays. So as I travel, as I learn and discover and research, I want to celebrate holidays, get into the festivities of holidays that I'm unfamiliar with, and I think that would be really fun. Rebecca, you've come at the worst moment. I'm sorry, but this one wasn't scheduled, so it's my fault. It's my fault. So I have to do we have the most people here now, and I'm saying goodbye. But if you love Christmas, you need to watch the movie Krampus. Yes, I love Krampus. Krampus was directed by I forget the gentleman's name, but he also wrote, produced, I believe, and filmed a movie you probably saw called Trick or Treat. It's small vignettes, short stories kind of glued together, and it's one of the most underrated horror movies. My brother Ken, he loves that film. He introduced it to me, actually. But Krampus is super fun. And the special effects in it are really cool. All the special effects were created by a company out in New Zealand. Halloween, yes, I love Halloween, and Trick or Treat is great. Anna Paquin and Trick or Treat, pre-True Blood. Yes, lots of practical effects. Who's saying this? My name is a game. I hope I'm reading that right. I love that you use those words, practical effects. I'm all about practical effects. Practical effects mean like no computer involved, or very little computer involved. Peter, how we doing, Peter? Great comment. You win bonus points for that one. Let me see if I can get a few more questions. I'm going over my hour, which I usually, you got it, Peter. I usually don't do, but we got a nice little crowd going on here, so I'd hate to cut it short. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Want to go for a walk, guys? I want to be able to see your comments. Anything in Lake George that you guys want to see? You know what? I got this. Okay, I'm going to go over the hour. Is that okay? Feel free to leave if you got to go. But I'm going to go over the hour, which I usually don't do. Let's go see the Minnehaha. Now, what is the Minnehaha, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. The Minnehaha is a steamboat that has a big, sentences. It's a historic part of this town. It's been around for ages. When I was here in winter and I did my little ghost tour thing, I saw it at night by myself and it was making a creepy, cringing noise. But it's a steamboat, you know, like Disneyland style, like Tom Sawyer or the Columbia steamboat. Takes you right out into the lake, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I think we should go see that. Leslie remembers that video. I liked that one so much. That was so fun. It was completely improvised. I love putting myself into situations like that where, you know, I actually was hoping something creepy would happen, and it did. I started hearing creepy sounds like at past midnight, and I was positively, absolutely the only person within probably a half a mile. All right, I'm so glad you guys remember that video, and better yet, that you supported it, because that was a huge step for me. I was so fearful that I would do a non-candle video and you guys be like, oh, unsubscribe. I want to be able to do different things. You know, I want to show you some of the stuff that I do. So let's do it. Let me get all of these candles back into the car. This might just take a quick second. The sun is really starting to come out now, and I'm wearing a black t-shirt, which is not good. And I'm sitting on this windshield wiper reflector, which is not helping as well. All right. Just hang tight with me, guys. Hang tight. We're going to go see the Minnehaha. Nostalgia in the form of a steamboat. In the car. All right, Santa, we'll be right back. Hang tight. Keep an eye on those candles for me. All right, here we go. We still got our audience. We still have our audience. I'm gonna put my sunglasses on if you don't mind though. And I'll try to keep this camera from shaking the best I can. Santa's in the car again. I know. But look at all the people. I don't want to draw attention to myself. And Santa was here in the winter when I visited. So I don't feel like he's missing out. Look at these little, you see that? Can you see those? You can rent those little vehicles. Should I rent one of those and like put my GoPro on it and go like zipping through Lake George? That'd be fun, right? This is in New York State. So we're in the Adirondack Mountains. So I would say halfway, God, I'm trying to see if this is correct. About halfway from New York City to Lake Placid, New York. That's where Lake George is gonna be. And if you've ever, I said this before, but if you've ever seen The Last of the Mohicans, any of the adaptations of the film, or if you read the book in college or high school, this is where it kind of all went down, right here at Fort William Henry. Look at this, just for a second, check this out. I'm gonna flip the camera around. If I can find the button, I'm just gonna do this. Could you see those dogs? Yeah, it's pretty nice, right? Such a perfect day. There's clouds, but you see how my wind, or the hair's blowing in the wind? I mean, we are by the lake, but it's nice and cool, especially if you're moving and not just sitting in the sun like I was just doing. I have to take my sunglasses off. Look at this. Does this scare you guys? Yeah, right there on the water. Can you see that? there is a beach. The beach is going to be behind me. I'm not a beach person. I mean, I love this. I love being on the beach, but I'm not when it's crowded and there's just people like half naked in bathing suits. That's not just really my thing. I like to, have more intimate experiences where it's quiet and atmospheric. I don't do the beach thing often. That's not to say that I will not be going to a beach this summer, because I've already scheduled that trip. Steamboat 200th anniversary. Is that correct? That's interesting, because it's they're celebrating another 200th. Wait a minute. The Steamboat's 200 years? Really? They're celebrating another 200 year. I gotta keep these sunglasses off. I can't read your comments. Another 200-year anniversary here in Lake George, and that's going to be the very famous attraction here called the House of Frankenstein Wax Museum. It's 200 years since Mary Shelley, a young girl, 18 years old, wrote Frankenstein, or the Modern Prometheus. That was the full title. 200 years. If you've ever read Frankenstein, it's a wonderful, I don't know if they consider it a novella or a novel, but to imagine an 18-year-old girl, woman who created or wrote that book, it's insane. I've read Frankenstein at least 4 times in my life. So it looks like the Minnehaha is out in the water, but this is the dock right here. And I see a lot of people waiting to get in or get on the ship. Now there's plenty of steamboats here. It's not just the Minnehaha. It's we have the Mohican. We have the big one down there. I'm forgetting what that is right at this moment, but we have the Adirondack. It's probably a little bit windy, guys. I apologize. So here's a pretty good look at the Mohican. A lot of people looking at me now. Look at this. Come on. What else could you want to do on the second day of summer? Sit out on the deck, feel the breeze of the lake blowing on your face. Perhaps a nice refreshing beverage in hand. Gotta love it, gotta love it. And why not? There's a better view of Fort William Henry. So my ghost tour, what I did was I walked around past midnight again. Remember that, past midnight in the snow and ice, about halfway around the fort where they didn't have it fenced off. Wasn't trespassing, but here comes the Minnehaha. This camera's starting to get wobbly on me. You see it right there? Minnehaha is coming in to board. Do you hear that? So, I fully endorse this. If you come to Lake George, if you ever get the experience to come visit, you got it. This is a must. This will be something you have to put on the list for the family. If you come for yourself, for some self-reflection, to clear your mind, get on the Minnehaha, get on one of these steamboats. Truly, truly a fun experience. I hate to leave you guys because we have the biggest audience right now, so I'm just gonna keep walking, keep showing you views of the lake, try to keep the camera steady, which I'm not doing. Maybe this could be like a relaxation part of the video. Oh, we're gonna get a great shot of the Minnehaha here. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see if we can get the folks to wave. I'm trying to find smiling faces to wave. There you go. See them right there? They're waving to us. They're having a good time. They're having a grand old time. And now, look at this. It's gonna hit that bumper. Wait for it. Wait for it. The front of the boat. Bam. Beautifully docked. Is that what you call it? The boat, they beautifully docked. All right, folks. This has been fun. This has been great. I hope everyone's enjoying their summer, whether you're working, whether you have a little bit of a vacation, or if you have a vacation coming up. Either way, I hope every day is a fun day, that you're always curious, that you always get out and do something exciting. Let people know that you're excited and happy. Share the love. And I say it every time, but I can't refrain from saying it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for you keep coming back. You keep supporting me. And there's nothing, not once has anyone thrown me anything but positivity, which, you know, I'm speechless. I mean, I can't tell you how much that means with knowing that there's so much negativity out there in the world. To see all of you guys being so kind to me, you know, I want to make the best content in the world for you guys. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you guys real soon. There will be Lake George content. I'm not here just to do a live. I'm filming Lake George content. So keep your eyes open for that. We'll have videos for you in the near future. We'll see you guys real soon. Very bad connection. Bye-bye now.